very warm welcome to all our viewers. I'm Sahiti, your host for today's interview. Today we have Mr. Sairam Vinay with us. He is the president for Showfest 2024. Welcome, Mr. Sairam Vinay.
Thank you.
So, shall we dive right in?
Sure.
Could you tell us about the Showfest and how it is unique from other events in our university?
To start with, as to how Showfest is unique with other fests, because we do have other fests like Kalakriti or Gusak Carnival that happens in all three campuses. But the way Showfest is different from them is that this is Geetham University's annual fest, where things like technical aspects, cultural and sports aspects come together, where all clubs do give their contributions together in order to make this one of the biggest festival that ever happens in whole of Vizag, I would say. So all three campuses come together. So this time, apart from what we did in 2023 ka Showfest, this time it is completely different because we do have other universities coming as well, who came as well to compete in various sports, technical as well as cultural events over here.
So, as you said, you were a part of Show 2023. You were a lead. So now you in Show 2024 you were the president. So describe your journey from a lead to the president of Showfest.
My journey from lead of hospitality, that is lead of invitations and Showfest, which you were also part of, if you remember, into president during 2024 ka Showfest is pretty, I would say a long one, because ever since I joined here in Geetham, to be honest, in my first year, I had no idea what clubs were, in fact. But later, my very first journey with clubs or experience with club was absolutely with Kalakriti. So I happen to have heard that Kalakriti has been, taking up new people. They are taking interviews and everything. So then I thought, why not I will apply? Because back then there was a bit confusion as to whether it is mandatory for students to join Kalakriti or any club for that matter or not. Even I remember texting some of my friends or seniors asking whether joining a club is mandatory or not, because I didn't know really. So then I applied for being a member of anchoring club Kalakriti. But to be honest, I don't know what possessed me that day. I went for my auditions in KRC auditorium, was completely quiet. I did not speak anything. So they just said Tata bye, you can go. Then later I became part of many other clubs like GMUN. My first ever journey with the club started with the Geetham Model United Nations here, where I am one of the founding members in that club here in Geetham, Visakhapatnam. So since then, I became part of many other clubs, both in Directorate of Student Life and Directorate of Sports. Later was chosen to be the Student Life Associate under Directorate of Student Life. So there my journey for sure started as well. As you rightly mentioned, I was lead of invitations under hospitality domain in Show 2023. Then here I am, president of Showfest 2024.
Okay. So now Show 2023 was, within the campuses. Show 2024, you stepped it up and made it a national fest. So how did this idea emerge and what all challenges did you face while stepping up the scale?
Challenges pertaining to Show 2024, first was, securing participation from individuals. Because while I'll tell you certain important challenges that we faced. First one being the time period. The timing was, I don't know, maybe can I call it pretty bad? Maybe yes. Because back then, students had their mid-semester exam scheduled, one. Number two, host Edu Youth Meet with 25,000 individuals, where Shri Ravi Shankar sir have also come to Geetham University. But from the point of view of Showfest, that was a major challenge as well, because honestly, Edu Youth was taking over all of the marketing or space in Geetham as well. So we faced a lot of challenge over there. Students were involved in that. They had mid-semester examinations. Challenge number 3 was securing participation from other universities as well, because we until Showfest 2024 we were not that much open to other universities' participation in any of such fests, because this is second ever edition of Showfest, Geetham's annual fest.
It was nice. So, if you had a chance to go back in time and change anything about Shorefest 2024, what would it be and why?
Changing anything pertaining to Shorefest? I don't think there is any, because as of now, I am satisfied the way that Fest this year has happened. Although there were mixed feedback that I received or various other people received from everyone, because I would say there is, as coin has both the sides, people will say that it is good or it is bad as well. I received feedback from both the sides, both extremes as well. Something there is, if I can go back in time and something I can change altogether, I would like to try more or try harder in securing their participation.
Now, we all know Showfest 2023 was a huge success. Showfest 2024 was also a good success. But again, when you were making it happen, did you feel the pressure to match up with the comparison and expectations to, meet the levels of Showfest 2023?
Again, while planning, we came across the same thing as to whether we can manage up to, reach to the level how previous executive board of Show 2023 have pretty well managed to do a wonderful job, I would say. But again, we thought of Show 2024 on a completely different scale, right? One being increasing the ambit of Show altogether, where I was mentioning that the scope for others' participation was increased, where we have, opened participation for other universities as well. So we initially know that the scale would be completely different. But given the time period that we had for planning, execution and etc., everything.
What are your best and worst memories from Showfest 2024?
My best memory, or in general terms I would say bestest memory during Showfest, is that once Showfest is done, on the third day, I could still remember. After third day, we have wrapped up everything, all students left and everything was done. We were just having a brief meeting with all of core committee and staff from both Directorate of Student Life and Directorate of Sports. So this time I asked my parents to come for Showfest. So they did come, my family have come for Showfest. But initially they were like, even though we come, you won't be available with us, you won't be, able to spend your time with us. I said yes, but they came anyway. So they spent their time over here. My best memory is that at the end of third day, the Director of Student Life, Rima Ma'am, our Chief Coordinator for Showfest, Samir Sir and some others, really they spoke with my father, telling ki, we are proud of you sir, we thank you for giving such an amazing person. But I wouldn't call myself amazing yet, but my father was all in all into tears. That was the proudest moment that I can think of from Showfest. And my lowest moment, there were many to be honest, because there were certain last minute changes to be done. We had less amount of time with respect to planning. We could not fix any guests until at this last minute or so. There were many worse moments. At times I even thought of quitting the position of president of Showfest, but by God's grace, to be honest, I take back that decision, and I'm grateful that I did not do that.
Kudos to you, you did a really good job.
Thank you so much.
No, pulling together Showfest 2024, and I'm sure your parents must be very proud of you, like you said. And so, like you said, you had your highs and lows while doing Showfest 2024. So, what are your key takeaways, or what lessons did you gain from Showfest 2024 which changed your life, or which will change your life?
Coming to lessons, as soon as I thought that I would be part of Showfest this time as well, but completely in a complete different role, the first thing that came to my mind was friendships. Because it is pretty obvious that every other person who is working with me or under me or whatever that we might consider are my friends. Best friends, otherwise, or whatever that might be, but they are my friends. The first thing I thought was, let's not count on that. By counting on that, I mean, we might be friends now, but God knows what happens when Showfest is finished. Because there might be situations where we had to fight each other, or we have to defy each other. Something or the other way it might happen. So it came to a situation where I had to ask some of my friends to leave Fest because of their incapacity. I wouldn't say incapacity, but but they could not give their 100% for Shorefest. So I had to ask them to leave the executive board or whatever that might be. Then it was one of the hardest moments because at the end of the day, it is not only fest that gets disturbed, but also my personal space as well. So first and greatest takeaway for me from Shorefest is to differentiate, or being able to differentiate between professional and personal life. That was the major thing that I've learned from Shorefest. And the other being, even though you are tensed, don't look tensed. Because if I look tensed and if I jump in here and there that things are not going on, etc., then how am I giving a good example, or how will I be able to be a good example for my leads, heads, or whatever? I had a pretty good 500 people team under me. So seeing me tensed or seeing me jumping here and there, I cannot expect my people to be, pulling it out together. So that was one more lesson.
Great. Showfest, like we discussed, was held on a large scale. You told before, but again, how did you manage smooth cooperation between different domains? There were several domains, right? So how did you coordinate and ensure smooth cooperation?
Yep. Coming to cooperation, the maximum amount of communication I maintained this time was with everyone. Generally, there will be such tendency. We might have observed the same in clubs as well, but yes, there might be this tendency where people, as soon as given a particular position, they might feel, I'm president of so and so. So I cannot be available to everyone and anyone. I cannot answer to everyone and anyone, right? But I personally felt, even during the first meeting of Shorefest with Shore Committee, I made it pretty clear to everyone that if you have something, any issue related to Shorefest or any of the work, if you are a lead or member, you have your head that you can reach out to. But if you need something very personal, or if you are feeling uncomfortable anywhere, you will always have me reaching out. You can always reach out to me. Right. So apart from that, how could I manage to establish good amount of communication was that we had heads, we had leads under them, we have members, and a pretty good team of 250 volunteers under them as well. Right. So we have a chain of command or a system of command that has already been pre-established. And we also had 3 vice presidents. Unlike Show 2023, this time we had 3 vice presidents, one for each of the campuses, to look after the team that we had over there. Because Shore is again divided into 3 things: pre-Shore work, during Shore, and post-Shore. Pre-Shore teams in other campuses had things like conducting prelims, or finalizing operations, and etc. Many other things as well. So having 3 presidents really helped a lot. At the end of the day, we also had to bring up 2 more positions called event managers. We have established 2 positions called event managers in order to divide certain domains under each one of them, so that everything gets sorted by the end of the day. Right. This might happen in clubs as well, where a member or a lead comes and says to head or someone, "Ki, this has to be done." There might be ego issues coming in between. People might feel, you are a member or lead, how can you come and tell me as head karke? I have ensured that such kind of egos did not flow in Shorefest, hopefully. I do feel that no such ego issues have come up. But I've made it pretty clear to every other domain that if you have any work with respect to other domains, you must mention it to them at least 24 hours prior. And it must be head-and-head communication alone. Lead to head or member to head communications might bring up ego issues and many other things as well, which I do not want to happen, because we have many things to manage on our plate. We do not want some other issue to pop up again. So that was one thing. And the other thing, even I wanted to say the same in challenges, the other way communication was among directorates. We have multiple directorates here. So as we say, we cannot survive alone in this world, and Shorefest being part of it, I cannot say that we could survive alone. We happen to have our own requirements and help necessary from other directorates like Directorate of Hospitality, Security, CATS team, and many other people, finance, many other people. And I would say at the end of the day, we could secure to establish good communication with them as well. And I'm so grateful for other directorates and clubs also for helping us out in a greater way for carrying out this big event.
What are your future plans for show 2025?
As far as my JD is concerned, I'm only part of show 2024 because once a president cannot be president all the time like president of United States. This is completely different. So for show 2024, if I'm fortunate, I'll be part of advisory body, helping DOS and DOSL choose the next executive body. And I'm all in all open to guide or work in whatever manner that the executive body in show 2025 wants me in. I'm always open for anything.
A committee which you think could have done better?
Culturals
Okay.
and marketing. There was a pause. You can ask that question again.
Okay. Okay, a committee you think which could have done better?
Culturals and marketing.
Okay. Which one was best? Showfest 2023 or Showfest 2024?
Obviously 24. But
That was
23 did a
confident.
great job.
Okay, a person without whom you cannot imagine Showfest 2024.
There are many, but to be honest, one person being the chief coordinator, Samir sir.
Describe the heads of Showfest in a word. Legal,
Cool.
marketing,
Cool again.
operations,
Hardworking.
design,
Innovative.
tech,
Innovative. And patient.
finance.
Finance. He was calm and organized.
So, tell us any inside joke from Showfest 2024.
Inside joke, though I really can't say because, as I said, I still have some positions in Geetham to hold.
If you weren't the president of Showfest 2024, who
I am.
do you think, if you weren't,
Okay.
hypothetically, if you weren't the president of Showfest 2024, who do you think would have done a better? Who do you think would have done the job?
Whoever who took up Shorefest ka president would have a pretty big job to do on their shoulders. But so far as the team that I have worked with is concerned, there are two people really whom I think, anyway it is obvious that people in previous year ka Shorefest cannot be part of this year's Shorefest as well. But to be honest, there are two people whom I think can do a pretty good job. One is my head of operations, Harshit, and the other is, the other guy, he even applied to be president but could not get it so far. It is our AMC ka president.
Prank call ex-show president. Is this prank call?
Sure. Hello?
హలో
Akash.
అరే ఇందాక
Akash.
చెప్పు
Love you, Akash.
Okay, that was unexpected. I have to. Okay, I'll get to the penultimate question now. What advice would you give to the next Showfest president?
One advice being, don't lose your cool no matter what. Do not shout at your people. Try to take as much feedback as possible.
So, what message would you like to give to the viewers?
To the viewers, though, I'm not that of a big person in Geetham or anywhere to give a great message to viewers, but the only message is like, share and subscribe Crescendo.
Thank you for joining us today. It was a really great session. Signing off, Crescendo.